So, in 2024, IQ released their annual list of the world's most polluted cities. You know what's crazy? Out of the 100 most polluted cities globally, 94 are in India. 94. But let me zoom in on one city in particular, Delhi, our capital. Did you know that 15% of all deaths in the city are linked to air pollution? That's literally 1 in 7 deaths. Delhi's AQI hit an insane number last November. I'll tell you what it was in just a second. So, if you didn't already know, an AQI of 0 to 50 is good. 100 is okay. But anything over 300 is considered hazardous. The scale was designed to stop at 500 because scientists thought surely no city would let it get worse than that. Right? Except IQ reported Delhi's AQI to be 795, and at one point it even peaked at 1,700 in some parts of the city. Studies showed that a child born in Delhi today will lose 8 to 10 years of their life just from breathing this air. But what if I told you there's a city that was once just as bad, if not worse, and completely turned things around? Let's talk about Beijing. Just a decade ago, it was the poster child for apocalyptic air pollution. They had a name for it, the airpocalypse. Beijing shares a lot of the same geographical problems as Delhi. It's landlocked and sits in a natural bowl formed by mountains, which traps pollution. It also suffers from temperature inversions, where a layer of warm air sits on top of cooler air, acting like a lid and preventing pollutants from escaping. Their pollution sources were similar to heavy industry, coal burning for heat, and massive amounts of traffic. Sound familiar? Yet, within a decade, Beijing managed to slash its pollution. How? By declaring a war on pollution and actually fighting it. They launched a comprehensive 5-action plan. They shut down thousands of polluting factories or forced them to relocate. They heavily subsidized cleaner heating options for millions of households, replacing dirty coal with gas or electricity. They poured billions into public transport, expanding their metro system into one of the world's largest. They even tackled agricultural burning, not just by banning it, but by making it economically unviable for farmers. And most importantly, they enforced these regulations with an iron fist. The result: blue skies returned to Beijing. Pollution levels dropped dramatically, and people could finally breathe again without fearing for their health. So if Beijing could do it, with all the same challenges, why can't Delhi? The sad truth is, it's not because we don't have the solutions or the money. It's because of a complete failure of will and a massive blame game. Ask 5 different experts in Delhi what the main source of pollution is, and you'll get 5 different answers. One study will blame stubble burning, another will point to vehicles. A third will say it's industrial emissions, and a fourth will blame construction dust. This lack of a unified understanding allows everyone to point fingers at everyone else. The Transport Ministry blames the Environment Ministry, which blames the neighboring states, who, in turn, blame the farmers. Nothing gets done. Worse still, the money that is supposed to fix the problem is just sitting there. A huge portion of the funds allocated for the National Clean Air Program remains completely unutilized. And the money that is spent isn't going to the right places. Instead of tackling the core issues like vehicular and industrial pollution, it's being wasted on temporary cosmetic fixes, like buying giant smog guns and mechanical street sweepers to control dust. It's like trying to bail out a sinking ship with a teaspoon. Meanwhile, the wealthy in Delhi can simply purchase clean air. They seal their homes, install expensive air purifiers in every room, and even in their cars. They create a clean air bubble, insulating themselves from the poison outside. But for the vast majority, for the people living in slums, for the street vendors, for the millions who have no choice but to live and work in this toxic soup, there is no escape. This inaction, this blame game, leaves the most vulnerable populations to bear the real cost of our polluted air with their health and their lives. If we can't fix pollution in our capital with all its resources, all its visibility, all its political power, do any of the